All right. Woo. Welcome to Sandbox Demo Day. It's great to have you all here. My name is Chris Crittenden. I founded Sandbox at BYU 5 years ago with Doug Thomas and Ryan Ham. And at that point, there were just 13 students in a very, very skeptical dean's office. Um, it's amazing to have you all here, not just BYU this year, but 3 more schools, Utah State, UVU, UVU, uh, and there's a school in the South called Utah Tech. Uh, they made they woke up at 4 a.m. this morning to drive up here. Um, we are, so glad to have you here. Those of you that don't know what Sandbox is, I'll tell you what it is not. Sandbox is not class. The best way I can describe Sandbox is imagine an 8-month, nearly full-time tech startup incubator that you just happen to get a whole lot of credit, university credit for doing. It's a pretty amazing opportunity for students. I just realized that I forgot to bring my clicker out, so I can't move my slides. So Spencer, if you want to just trigger the next slide, to convince you that this is real and not just starting class projects, I just want to show, oh, thank you, amazing. I want to tell you some numbers. So this is a shot from last year's demo day. We've gotten less colorful since then. But 20 teams pitched at last year's investor demo day. 4 of them went on to get venture backed. It's 20% for those of you that are good at math, at a combined valuation of $54 million. And that was not an anomaly. Every single cohort of Sandbox has had venture-backed outcomes. So that was last year, sb03. sb01, 2 companies, 35 million. sb02, 6 companies, 50 million. sb03, 4 companies, 54 million. We've already had several teams from this cohort get backed, bringing the total valuation of Sandbox companies to $149 million. They're not starting. These are not class projects. You should take them seriously. They're launching real tech companies. If you've been to demo day in the past, it's a little different this year. They'll have just 60 seconds, 1 slide. It should go quick, quick, quick. Our goal is that you'll remember their faces and then go talk to them afterwards in the atrium. Okay, so hopefully they say enough to whet your appetite so that you want to go find them afterwards. We'll pause halfway through the pitches to get to know the Utah Innovation Fund, who's sponsoring the event today. All right, buckle up. Let's bring our first team out, Teraflow.
Hi, my name is Tanner Helms, and I'm the co-founder at Teraflow. At Teraflow, we automate the tedious research that is required for international trade documentation. Any company that is importing products is immediately impacted by tariff updates, affecting their bottom line and disrupting their entire supply chain. These shifts can also halt shipments at border for weeks, resulting in millions in lost revenue simply because the right paperwork is not in place. Our AI-powered platform offers real-time insights, allowing companies to make faster and more strategic decisions. We offer more accurate HTS classifications, duty rate calculations, and compliance research, outperforming licensed professionals. By automating this manual research process, we shift logistics teams from reactive problem solving to proactive planning, allowing them to simulate trade decisions and assess impact in real time. Since launching in August, we have onboarded public companies, working with top firms, and forming partnerships with world trade centers across the United States. It is 2025. Trade compliance is chaotic. We have turned it into code. We are Teraflow. Thank you.
You wouldn't believe it, but somehow all of us are married. And through that process, we discovered that planning a wedding is the worst. Couples spend hours messaging vendors, filling out request forms, just to get ghosted or to have the vendors tell them that they're just not in their budget. Biddy flips that. Couples post requests and vendors submit bids with availability and pricing. Couples simply compare bids and book all in one place. We even have an AI that will bid for our vendors to make it easy for couples to get pricing as fast as possible. Since December, our GMV has grown 44% month over month, completely organically with no paid ads. There are 2.1 million weddings per year, and we make an average of $540 per wedding, making this a $1 billion opportunity. Couples and vendors love Biddy so much that they're spreading the word. One vendor reached out to us about signing up because he got multiple phone calls from friends saying, hey, you need to check out Biddy. And we agree, you need to check out Biddy. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name's Hunter, and this is my co-founder, Cody. Our company is simple. Now, being savvy investors, we've all heard of Bitcoin, but not as many of us are familiar with the blockchain technology that runs it. It's because it's really complicated. Me and Cody found this out firsthand. We did customer support for a blockchain for over a year and learned that in order for blockchain as an industry to scale, it needs to be more simple. So we created Simple. Now, we're innovating the hosting part of blockchain by integrating directly with the blockchain. This process is 20 times faster and saves our customers over $400 a year. Now, with our third integration launching tomorrow, we already have 2,000 active users and over $37,000 of monthly recurring revenue. And with 300 blockchains to integrate with, this is a multi-$100 million opportunity, and we're just getting started. Now, blockchain needs to be less complex, more accessible, and that's what we're doing at Simple. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bryson, and these are my co-founders, Garrett and Mary. PE firms and strategic roll-ups own and manage multiple businesses that all operate on different reporting systems. Angular pulls data from these systems and allows you to see how all your assets are performing in one place. We automate the analytics and reporting for you. We launched last month validating our technology with 4 individual businesses who are still actively using our platform. We are now targeting PE firms and roll-ups with 1 firm in the pipeline. Private equity firms in the US manage over 60,000 assets. Angular charges on average $3,000 per asset per year, making this a $180 million opportunity. I first realized the need for better portfolio analytics when working at a PE firm. As the only technical person on the team, I started building out automations to make our reporting faster and easier. And with today's AI tools, we have the unique opportunity to scale that solution across the entire industry. We are Angular. Thank you.
We're Arcade Freelance, the marketplace for game dev freelancers. When video game studios need to scale their teams or find niche talent, they come to us because platforms like Fiverr and Upwork don't have quality talent and lack the specialized contractors game studios need. So far, we've done nearly $10,000 in gross merchandise value. And just 3 weeks ago, we were in San Francisco where we attended GDC, the largest game developers conference in the world. That opened opportunities with larger studios and expanded our sales pipeline. We take a 20% commission on every contract. With over 70,000 independent contractors in games making an average of $50,000 a year, that's a $700 million market opportunity. We knew we were onto something when an early client spent 4 months searching for a technical artist, and we placed the right one in just 2 weeks. We are Arcade Freelance. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Thomas Chappell, and together with my co-founder, Hayden Manwaring, who's watching from Arizona right now, we are building Bardy. Bardy is an AI-driven music companion for Dungeons & Dragons players. When you're playing Dungeons & Dragons with your friends and when you enter a new location or encounter a new enemy, Bardy listens to your gameplay and reacts in real time, creating a cinematic music experience. We launched just 4 months ago and already have 1,600 downloads on the Google Play and App Stores. Now, this may not sound like a big deal, but 15 million people throughout the world play Dungeons & Dragons or other tabletop role-playing games worldwide. We charge a monthly subscription of $7, which results to a $105 or more million market opportunity. As D&D enthusiasts and as AI professionals, we are passionate and poised to continue building Bardy. So the next time that you play Dungeons & Dragons with your friends, add Bardy to the table. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and this is Josh, and we are Holy. Holy is DoorDash, but for farm fresh food. So next time you're planning your Sunday dinner, instead of wondering where that mystery meat came from, you can get a grass-fed local roast straight from a trusted rancher on Holy. Farmers like selling direct to consumer, like the margins, but they need a better option than the weekend markets. Customers trust local farmers and want better food for their families. They just don't have the time. Holy handles the hard stuff, payments, pickup, and soon delivery, so farmers can just focus on farming. We already have 170 downloads on the App Store, and farmers are taking orders. We take a 10% transaction fee, and with 116,000 US farms selling direct to consumer already, we have a $300 million market opportunity. So if you care all about where your food comes from, download Holy. Thank you.
Good morning, Sharks. Navigating rent control laws is a serious headache for property managers. Rules differ across cities, states, and counties, and making one small mistake can lead to lost revenue or paying back thousands in rent. That's why we created Compirent. Compirent uses AI and databases of local laws that are constantly updated to calculate how much you can charge rent on a property. Since our launch about 1 month ago, we've onboarded 2 property management firms from the LA area with over 2,000 properties. They've trusted us with hundreds of rent control calculations. We charge $200 for our product, and with over 300,000 property management firms in the United States alone, our total addressable market comes out to be about $720 million annually. In 2024, for example, 200 rent control bills were passed at the state level alone. Now, with cities and states constantly rolling out new rent control laws, being compliant is going to be constantly more complex. That is, unless you have Compirent. Thank you, everyone.
Is a therapist. She only earns money when she is seeing a client. Yet after every 50-minute session, she spends 15 minutes writing notes for insurance or for court. This adds up to 6 hours a week of unpaid time. That's nearly 20% of her earning potential lost to paperwork. We built Curanote, which is the first AI that takes notes on your device securely and confidentially. We launched this last week and are in beta. For only $60 a month, Curanote gives therapists back over $1,000 of billable time. With psychologists and social workers, there are 750,000 professionals in the United States, representing a $540 million market. We're making Curanote into the AI coworker that gives time and clarity back to these caregivers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dylan. This is my co-founder Colton, and we are Documental. Lawsuits against school districts continue to increase, resulting in administrators having to spend way more time documenting daily student incidents. With Documental, administrators can document these incidents in seconds just by using their voice. Imagine a busy school administrator walking down the hall to another meeting, and he stops to talk to a student about dress code. Instead of waiting till he's back at his desk to try and remember what's happened throughout the day, he can just pull out his phone, voice to text record the incident, organize it into folders, and set reminders to follow up with parents and students later on. Since our launch just 4 months ago, we have closed deals with 4 school districts in Utah, and we charge $10 to $30 per seat. With 512,000 administrators in the US, that gives us a $184 million market. We will use this as a wedge to break into even larger markets such as healthcare. Administrators are spending roughly an hour a day documenting incidents. With Documental, this doesn't have to be the case. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Angel. This is my co-founder Katyan, and we're building DrawFi. DrawFi is a platform where banks and construction companies manage their loans. When a construction project begins, DrawFi centralizes info and communication throughout the loan for everybody involved. After 5 months of development alongside construction loan officers, we are now working with beta users and going through the approval process to get this launched. Those beta users include 2 community banks and a regional bank headquarters that powers core systems for over a dozen institutions. Most other platforms focus solely on the builders and miss the mark entirely. We started at the bank, and that's why our partners are so excited to work with DrawFi. In 2024, over $500 billion in construction loans were active across the US. With DrawFi's transaction-based fee of 0.1% on loan amount, we're targeting a $1 billion market. So join us in helping to build better with DrawFi. Thank you.
I'm Eli, and these are my co-founders, Boston and Michael. We're Ember, and we help retail stores get product data from vendors easily. Today, on average, it takes 13 touch points for a retailer to get the correct product data from a supplier. This translates to 40 plus hours spent on spreadsheets, back and forth emails, and portal logins. Because of this, retailers are only able to onboard 3 or 4 suppliers quarterly. Over the past 8 months, we've interviewed dozens of suppliers, retailers, and infrastructure players, and what we learned is this. There is no industry-wide data standard, no flexible system for taxonomy mapping, and no scalable solution. With the recent advancements of AI, Ember automatically transforms messy product data into retail-ready formats with enriched attributes and clean categorization. With over 1 million retailers in the US and an average contract value of $1,500 a month, this represents a $19.3 billion market opportunity. We're currently working with a mid-market supplier and enterprise retailer. Thank you, we're Ember.
Hello, everybody. My name is Logan, and I'm the CEO of Finders Keep, and these are my co-founders, Tim and Boston. Over 3 billion people play mobile games every single day. But while poker and sports betting have evolved into massive online industries, competitive mobile gaming still has no home for the everyday player. And at the same time, streamers, or the online entertainers leading the gaming world, are exploding in popularity. Finders Keep is a platform where streamers can host simple, low-cost tournaments for their mobile gaming audience. Over 600 players have competed on Finders Keep, and we are growing 34% month over month with an 80% retention. Streamers on Finders Keep have gotten 3 times the revenue and have grown their communities by 15%. Our model is simple. We take a small percentage of the money made through these tournaments. Poker and sports betting are $200 billion industries. Mobile gaming is faster growing, has more players, and has little online presence. Finders Keep is there to capture that. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Octavia Damaris, and this is my co-founder, Kiera Dan, and we started Fitted. We help retailers reduce returns and increase sales using an AI-powered sizing tool. Now, customers are able to take their body measurements through a shopper's camera. Once we know their size and style, we're able to personalize an entire shopping experience for them, bringing a higher conversion rate, smarter cross-selling, and a higher order value for these clothing retailers. We launched Fitted technology in December, and when live on our 4 retailers, we gain a global audience of 65,000. We can obtain accuracy to a millionth of an inch, and we are far more reliable than a size chart. We charge $100 per month plus a 4% commission rate on purchases. Now, that means our market is 240 million. That makes up 200,000 small retailers in the United States. We're not here just to solve returns. We're here to turn Fit into a powerful growth engine for online clothing retailers, and that is Fitted. Thank you.
My name is Oriana, and these are my co-founders, Virginia and Alec. Flexon allows manufacturers to increase productivity through automated scheduling and sequencing. When production managers need to organize production for the day, Flexon checks orders, inventory, priorities, and constraints to give them the best schedule instantly. We're launching in 15 days, and we've partnered with 2 ERP providers to sell Flexon to their existing client base of 2,400 manufacturers. Our annual contract value is $4,000. So with 244,000 manufacturers relying on scheduling and sequencing, we're tapping into a $1 billion market here in the US alone. In my first job here in the US, I saw how my production manager would spend hours and hours creating a good enough schedule manually. But then when any small problem in production happened, he had to redo everything again. And this was day after day. We are Flexon, and we automate this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Colin, and these are my co-founders, Sawyer and Dane. We're college students, and despite the competitive, well-paying salary of a student, we decided to get into online reselling to make some extra cash. Like millions of others, we quickly discovered the tedious process of looking up item prices one at a time while hunting for good deals. So we decided to build Flipper, an AI tool that lets you snap a photo of a pile of items, such as video games, books, or DVDs, and get instant pricing for everything in the picture. We launched just 2 months ago, and we have over 850 active users on our app, 77 paying customers, and we're growing 27% every week. We also have 10 businesses testing our new API integration. And this is just the beginning. The resale market has over 114 million active sellers, and our target price of $20 a month unlocks a $27 billion opportunity for our current product alone. What used to take us 2 hours now takes 5 seconds. But Flipper isn't just about saving time, it's transforming how resellers work. Now we're building beyond just pricing tools and streamlining the entire resale process, because selling online should be just as easy as buying. We are Flipper. Thank you.
All right, that's halfway. I told you it was going to go fast. So we're going to pause now and just bring out our sponsor, the Utah Innovation Fund, and tell you about what they do.
Hi guys, I'm Angela Smith. Unfortunately, I cannot pass as a Sandbox student. I am here as a sponsor of the Sandbox program, so now's the part in the program where if you want to go to the bathroom, I'd encourage it. So this is your little commercial break. But Utah Innovation Fund is a $40 million fund that was created by the state of Utah to invest in research and technology coming out of Utah's universities. So we invest in things that are being created by professors and PhDs, but it also means we're investing in things being created by students, like the Sandbox program. So we love what Chris Crittenden has created. We love the Sandbox program. We're huge supporters of it. And we are currently building an innovation campus at the point of the mountain where we will have 200 dorms to support entrepreneurs from all over the country, the world, to come live here and work in Utah, and also have students from around the state come live and work at that building to get integrated into industry, because that's what our mission is at the Utah Innovation Fund: get students and education integrated more into industry. And just as a quick side note, I didn't start my career in investing. I started my career as a teacher. I remember being a student and being too scared when I walked past the business building. Like I'd be like, "Oh, business people are in there. Important people are doing important things." And it was just like intimidating to me. And it wasn't until I was 6 years into my career as a teacher that I kind of had the realization, oh, I think most people in life and in business are just making it up. And I think I can go make it up too. So I went to business school and then transferred into a venture capital career. And so it's so cool to see students at this age, at this stage of their career, really getting this opportunity to learn how to start businesses. And if you're a student in the audience, I just want to encourage you, don't be intimidated, don't be scared, take the chance. Now, there's no better time in your career than right now to try and start a company. And for all of you in the audience, I want to just thank you for being here. The students wouldn't be successful without all of the mentors and investors and people out there who are willing to support this program. So thank you.
My name is Joshua Allen, and this is my co-founder, Wilson Stoddard. Influencers are representing multi-million-dollar campaigns with real brands, but are still managing these partnerships through spreadsheets, emails, and DMs. This leads to missed deadlines, lost revenue, and broken trust, all because creators don't have infrastructure built specifically for them. Fluence is a CRM for influencer and creator teams, surfacing deals from email, assigning tasks, and tracking everything through to completion. We launched our beta last week with 2 customers that are doing over $70K in paid marketing each year, with 5 more on the wait list. There are over 10 million revenue generating influencers worldwide. By charging $300 annually, We're going after a $3 billion market opportunity. The creator economy is no longer just a niche. It's becoming the backbone of modern marketing. As traditional ads lose trust and AI-generated content explodes, brands are turning to creators to stay real, relevant, and connected. We are Fluence. Thank you.
My name is Kyle. This is Porter, and we are the co-founders at Furnace. At Furnace, we automate prospecting and email outreach for companies who want to scale their outbound without hiring more salespeople. Rather than sending thousands of generic emails from your CRM, we create a list of your ideal customer and then send them a personalized email based on a relevant problem. In the past 3 months, we've reached 3,200 in MRR and are now focusing on providing value to our clients, exceptional value. Our initial target is the 40,000 startups that receive funding every year. And with an annual contract value of 14,000, this creates a $580 million opportunity. We first realized that this could work when our initial startup idea fell flat on its face. Our product was not what the market wanted, but in the process, we learned the secret to booking several demos per week. Now, we provide this for others. Thank you.
Hey, I'm James, and this is LazyRep. LazyRep simplifies door-to-door marketing. Ryan, one of our customers, started a door-to-door team for his turf business, and he didn't know where to market or how to follow up with people. With LazyRep, we told him where to knock and how to follow up with AI for all of his leads that he generates. Currently, we launched 2 months ago, and we've been growing, doubling our user base every 2 months or every 2 weeks, and we've generated $800 in monthly recurring revenue. I have spent the market is 500,000 door-to-door reps at a price point of $49 per rep per month. This is a $300 million opportunity. I've been in the door-to-door business for 4 years, and I've led sales teams that have done $1.5 million in revenue in 3 months. And I know this market better than most, and I know how to build what they need. Thank you.
AI is the Wild West. Leverage is a platform that puts your brand directly onto AI websites like chatgpt.com, where nearly 1 billion people are asking questions and finding answers. They're going to be asking things like who your they're asking questions about your industry, about your competitors, and about your products. And Leverage makes sure that your brand is front and center in the conversation, engaging customers precisely when they are most interested. In just 2 months, we've gone from MVP to $500 in monthly recurring revenue, with 200 of that just last week. Brands subscribe to our monthly plans to get AI analytics for AI models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and more. We are currently positioned to take control of the $20 billion SEO software market, which is rapidly transitioning. We ourselves started as a traditional SEO company, and we quickly realized that we had the same problem as our clients. There was no tool that existed to help us to be able to improve our AI visibility and track it over time. So we built it. Our customers are already seeing results, and what's more is they love it. That's not all, because AI is the Wild West and Leverage is your revolver. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Noah, CEO of Otternot, and these are my co-founders, Anton and Tyler. Otternot is a smart lead management platform for home service businesses, such as pressure washing, HVAC, and window cleaning. Our system rescues the 71% of leads that disengage after initial contact, converting thousands in lost revenue into actual monthly income. We launched last month and have 8 paying companies on the platform. One has already secured 80 new customers, twice the normal monthly acquisitions, resulting in over $23,000 in new revenue for them. There are 2.5 million home service businesses in the US alone. We charge $99 a month. This represents a $3 billion market opportunity. Having worked for a local window washing business, I've seen firsthand how these companies are letting leads slip through the cracks and stunting their growth. At Otternot, we turn these missed opportunities into thriving local businesses that serve as the backbone of American communities, and we are all in. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jameson, and this is my co-founder, Zach, and we are Bardy. Bardy is an app designed for users to split any purchase in real time with others at checkout. When splitting costs like trips, meals, and entertainment, rather than fronting the cost for your friends or waiting for reimbursements, Bardy allows users to split the transaction instantly using a virtual payment card. We're excited to announce that we have secured a virtual card issuer to integrate into our system. This is huge and is core to the functionality of our business. We're getting ready to launch to early adopters, and our waitlist is growing. Our primary source of revenue comes from interchange fees every time customers split transactions with each other. We're targeting the 142 million Gen Z and millennials in the United States who commonly split expenses with each other. As Gen Zers ourselves, the social financing problem is commonplace and hasn't been tackled on a large scale since Venmo in 2009. New technologies like the mobile wallet, tap to pay, and virtual cards allow for improved and innovative solutions. So what are you waiting for? Join the payment revolution and join the party. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matt, and these are my co-founders, Chad and Cameron. PickPortal is a platform that enables professional photographers to send images directly from their camera to an online gallery that can be shared with anyone, anywhere in the world. No cards, cords, or delays. It's built for freelancers and photo teams who need speed and simplicity during high-stakes events like March Madness, the college football playoffs, and every Utah Hockey Club game this year. In just 5 months, we've grown to over $1,000 in monthly recurring revenue and over 70 customers worldwide. Our subscriptions start at just $20 a month, and with over 1 million photo teams worldwide, that's a $240 million a year market opportunity. I discovered this problem while photographing events for BYU and meeting other professionals who were also frustrated with current image delivery workflows. Since then, I have loved building PickPortal and seeing it be used by Team USA, the Qatar Pro Soccer League, New Zealand All Blacks, and many more. We are PickPortal. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fritz, and this is my co-founder, Ben. US companies will spend $300 billion on SaaS in 2025, but 50% of these subscriptions will go unused, wasting $150 billion a year. Flea automatically discovers every SaaS subscription in your stack, flags underused services, and provides real-time anomaly alerts so you can actually eliminate waste and pay for what you actually used. We're super excited to announce that we launched our beta just this Monday with 10 paying customers. We realized that this product could work with our first early adopter. They spent hours tracking down different services and making sure they were actually being used. When we did our demo, they signed up right away. And we're Flea, and we're helping eliminate waste with SaaS, with AI. Thank you.
This is Nick and Cortland. I'm Garrett, and we're the founders of Prior. Prior is an AI-powered email marketing platform that allows marketers to generate high-converting emails in minutes rather than hours. Email marketing is broken. Marketers on average will spend 4 to 8 hours on a campaign only to have a 1 to 5% click-to-conversion rate. It's frustrating, time-consuming, and it doesn't scale. Prior is fixing that. Plug in your website, answer a couple quick questions, and our AI will generate fully branded emails in minutes. No designers, no lost hours and builders, just launch-ready emails with your branding and messaging instantly. We currently finished our beta and have $200 in signed LOIs and verbal commitment, and a growing waitlist of 10 plus companies awaiting to use the platform. We charge $50 a seat per month, and we are targeting 300,000 companies here in the US. Assuming 3 seats a company, that's a 540 million annual market. If you're tired of generating or wasting time on emails that don't convert, join us at Prior, where we create emails. Prior is the fastest way to create a great marketing email. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nate Sconnard, founder and CEO of Prism. Prism helps engineering leaders measure developer performance and identify where to improve by benchmarking developer productivity against similar companies by industry, size, and tech stack. Most teams track metrics like cycle time and code review speed, but in isolation, that data is meaningless. Leaders see the numbers, but they don't know what good looks like, so they can't act. Imagine you're a VP of engineering. Your team ships code, but is your cycle time healthy? Are code reviews slowing you down? Sorry about that. Yeah, you're a VP of engineering. Oh my gosh. Um, your team ships code. Is your cycle time, are code reviews slowing you down? Okay, sorry about this, guys. Let's get a little more live. Okay. Let's say you're a VP of engineering, right? Your team ships code, but is your cycle time healthy? Are code reviews slowing you down? Your CEO wants you to move faster, but you don't know how. Prism gives you answers. We show you where you're falling short, how you stack up, and where to improve. We launched 2 months ago and already have 30 companies actively using Prism, and we also received our first investment from Kickstart's Campus Founders Fund. With 20 million developers worldwide, pricing at just $50 a month makes this a $12 billion opportunity, and Prism is built to own it with the product developers love. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Abe, the CEO of Reflect. These are my co-founders, Lucas, Daniel, and Spencer. Reflect is AI-powered journaling by phone call. People don't have the time or the habit to keep a journal. Now, you never have to miss a moment that matters. With Reflect, you can journal while you commute or while you're doing the dishes. We launched 2 months ago, and since then, we've had our first organic users join within 2 weeks. Since then, over 400 users have made over 400 entries on Reflect. Over half our users come back for a second call, and 80% of our paying users choose the annual subscription over the monthly subscription. They're that confident that Reflect will work for them. With over 72 million Americans that journal regularly, and with our price of $8 a month, this is a $6.9 billion opportunity. We currently have $700 in ARR, and we are still growing. We really became convinced of our product when we attended Roots Tech. At Roots Tech, people would bring and beg their friends to come over and try our demo for themselves. Thank you. We are Reflect.
Hi, my name is Paige, and this is my co-founder, Cameron. Buying a rebuilt car can save you 50%, but it requires expensive vetting through history reports and inspections. Revroom is the first and only marketplace designed for rebuilt cars. We've changed the game by embedding this information directly in our listings so buyers can browse and compare completely free. Within the past 90 days, we've gained 150 registered users, and we're revenue generating. With just 3 dealerships onboarded, our recurring inventory is 360 vehicles monthly, with potential to scale well beyond 5,000 per month based on local dealerships alone. We make money through tiered subscription fees and listing fees, plus a 1.5% commission on sales. With nearly 2 million rebuilt title cars sold in the US each year at an average selling price of $20,000, this is a $40 billion market in which we are the first entrant. I realized the need for Revroom when I was shopping for my first car. After 16 months of research, scams, and hundreds lost on inspections, I bought it for $7,500 off. Revroom brings this unbeatable value to the world, minus the risks. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Rachel, and these are my co-founders, Grace and Mason. Switchboard is a platform to help private teachers notify, schedule, and reschedule with their students. Picture this, a piano teacher who, on average, has to reschedule with 12 students every single week. Where instead, with Switchboard, she could send her interactive schedule to her students to have them reschedule on their time. This saves teachers an average of 3 hours every single week. Switchboard launched a month ago, and we already have 12 teachers actively using the platform. There are 50 million private teachers in the United States, representing a $750 million market. Switchboard is a subscription-based model where we charge $14.99 a month for teachers, and it's free for students. Ever since COVID, private teachers as well as home studios have really taken their teaching to the next level and need more than the capabilities of Excel or Google Sheets. Switchboard is designed to grow with their user base, keep them organized, and help them succeed. We are Switchboard. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Justin Bush. I'm an AI engineer, and I've been building since I was 10. Today, I'm going to be introducing to you Vesium, the AI automation platform to automate your business. If you can describe your business operations, Vesium can automate it for you with no code, no technical knowledge required. Take Kyle Kimball, for example. He's the founder of PDS Debt, a 200-person company. Currently, he's using Vesium to automate personalized outreach to hundreds of thousands of people and is now scaling to the rest of his business. But it's not just non-technical users. Charlene Losey is the head of an AI agency development firm out in Africa, and she is currently using Vesium to 50x her development process by taking something that used to take her 2 hours down to just under 30 seconds. We've gotten interest from companies such as TikTok parent company ByteDance, Deutsche Bank, QuickBase, and 230 other companies waiting to be onboarded. Companies like Kyle's will be starting at our 10K enterprise plan. This is Vesium, and we are making AI actually useful at scale. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Logan, and this is my co-founder, David. Borea allows devs to build and ship SDKs from an API spec in minutes. Before Borea, shipping a new feature meant weeks of manually integrating the change into each SDK. Now, you just push the new feature, and Borea updates your SDKs automatically. Pre-launch, we had one paying user help validate important parts of our product. Now, just 1 month after launch, we have over 3,000 downloads of our tools and are in talks with 3 enterprise companies for deals totaling $9,600 in annual revenue. We make an average of $400 per customer per month. With over 500,000 API-first companies in the US, this represents a $2.4 billion annual market. Our vision is to automate the SDK lifecycle, making it completely invisible so developers can focus on shipping products that their users love. We're Borea. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We are Kiva, and we are building digital keys for rentals. Nowadays, property management firms use a combination of code locks, lockboxes, and even brass keys to manage the headache of who has access to all of their various properties. So you might ask, why aren't they just using smart locks that they can manage digitally? Well, current solutions require a cellular hub integration or Wi-Fi connection to each of the various properties, which oftentimes these property managers don't control. What we've built is a smart lock that works completely offline, powered with NFC technology and our proprietary authenticator. It allows property managers to send temporary digital keys using our dashboard via text or email directly to your smartphone. We already have 3 signed sales contracts with firms that represent over 750 doors. We charge $12 per lock per month, and with over 8 million doors in our direct market, we see an opportunity of over $15 billion. Over the past decade, your wallet has gone digital. Now with Kiva, property managers can use that technology to manage and send digital keys all in one location. And our big announcement of the day is that as of last week, we have our very first lock installed on a client's door. We are Kiva. Thank you.
I'm Gio, founder of Prova. This is my co-founder, Caden. Technical hiring is broken. Traditional coding screenings rely on algorithmic tests, but now that AI can solve those in seconds, they have become totally irrelevant and obsolete, and companies are flying blind. We built Prova to fix this and get a real signal on engineering talent early on the hiring process. So instead of testing for algorithms, hiring managers can now create take-home projects that resemble their work environment, and candidates can complete this using their normal tools, including AI. Prova automatically evaluates each submission and generates personalized follow-up questions to test the candidate's critical thinking and technical decision-making. At the end, managers receive detailed reports and benchmarks for all candidates. In 2 months since our launch, we have onboarded 10 companies that have assessed over 400 engineers using Prova. With 525,000 software companies in the US, at an average of $5,000 a year per company, that's a $2 billion opportunity. Because of AI, hiring and recruiting is never going to be the same. But thanks to Prova, it's going to be better than ever. Thank you.
I'm Genu, this is Arvi, and we are the co-founders of Mention. Mention is an end-to-end encrypted enterprise messenger built on top of a brand new protocol, RFC 9420, also known as messaging layer security. Mention scales to large group chats in contrast to current state-of-the-art messaging apps like Signal, which do not. Right now, the chat tools you're using at work every single day have access to all of your company communications and are giving away that access to artificial intelligence. Important decisions, designs, and files are not secret with current offerings. Mention is different. Mention is built to cryptographically prevent us or any AI from accessing your company data. And our thesis is very simple. The value of digital privacy and end-to-end encryption will scale proportionately to the increased capabilities of artificial intelligence. We've successfully closed our 500K pre-seed round of funding and are super excited to bring end-to-end encryption to the enterprise. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is my co-founder Camilla. Every single one of you has gotten your hair done in the last 3 to 6 months. Chances are your stylist is using outdated software or no software at all. BBY is a one-stop shop for stylists. We manage everything that the beautician doesn't want to so that they can make the world a prettier place. Beauty professionals, when they graduate, they have 2 options. The first is to go work for a salon, but salons take a high commission cut. The second is to go independent, but managing a business is hard. And over 50% of independent beauty professionals fail within their first 3 years. Our app manages their clients, their payments, and creates a custom site for them within minutes. We are actively working on AI agents that will put their business on autopilot. And when you're getting that haircut done, their business can run seamlessly in the background. We launched 3 weeks ago, and we have 300 active users, and we've been growing by 150% every week. We make our revenue through transaction fees, and we've partnered with beauty schools to onboard their students. Our users love BBY. They've been posting it, telling their friends, and sending us feedback. The traction is strong, and we're just getting started. We're BBY. Thank you.
All right. Do not underestimate these founders. That's my warning to you all. In just a minute, I'm going to invite you all to go out into the lobby and get to know them better and meet them. But just a couple of things before we wrap. First, 2 really exciting Sandbox announcements. So the magic of Sandbox is in the cohort. And we know from watching now hundreds of teams that if they'll work in person every day as a team, surrounded by other people with the same energy, their outcomes are way, way better. And we've been cobbling together that experience across a lot of different places to date. So I'm excited to announce that for the place we actually had the hardest time getting that actually has been right here in Provo. I guess the LDS Church doesn't like to build lots of buildings. And so it's been the hardest place we've had to get that done. And so we're super excited to announce that New Skin is donating their entire 4th floor of their campus on Center Street in Provo. It's Class A, world-class real estate. sb05 cohorts at UVU and BYU, and any Utah State or Utah Tech students that want to make the drive will have dedicated desks to build in here. I don't know, like, when we were launching Sandbox, I remember just driving around Provo looking for something that we could put them. We've been all over the place. And so this is honestly a dream come true. And for the Sandbox students, it already says all in on the outside of the building. So it's perfect. So that's the first. The second is this year we're at 4 schools. We're at Utah State, we're at UVU, BYU, and Utah Tech. We've announced previously that next year we're expanding all the way to Kentucky, to the University of Louisville. And then just on Monday, we signed Boise State. So they'll be joining us as well. So we are super pumped about that. And I will tell you that we're not quite ready to announce it, but one of our most excited things we're most excited about as a team in terms of evolution of Sandbox, we're hoping to announce the next couple of months. So I'll leave that as a stay tuned. All right, I just want to close with one thought. So a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago, I found myself very reluctantly in the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic's wonderful, but I was there because I'd made a promise to a nonprofit to help them launch a coding bootcamp. And I did not want to be there. I was pretty burnt out from 6 years of trying to disrupt higher education from the inside. I had largely given up on that dream. And but yeah, I'd made this promise. And so I'd gone over there and I started meeting these students. So this nonprofit brings students from all around the world, largely less developed countries, to a campus and gives them kind of career skills to go and improve their lives. And so anyways, I showed up and I started meeting these students, and they were unbelievable. They were bright, they were ambitious, they were driven, they were kind and generous. They reminded me so much of the students that I'd been working with at BYU. And except for one thing, they had no opportunity, right? And so that, I think, changed my heart and gave me the motivation to try again. And so I came back from there and resolved that if I could do anything to make it possible to bring opportunity to those students, that I would do it. So I recruited a team and convinced them that we could do this thing. And very quickly, we went out and we learned that no one else believed that. The current Sandbox students, many of them did not believe it could be done. The leadership we were working with there, many of them didn't believe it could be done. We knew we'd need capital to get it done, so we went to talk to probably some of you VCs, and you all told us no. And I would say for very good reason, right? Like what we were trying to do was crazy. And I mean, getting it done at BYU was a miracle, let alone thinking you could try to do it at many other universities and around the world. I don't think Kyle's still here, but somehow Kyle Reyes invited me to go with them on just a single day trip up to Oregon for a basketball game. And what that really meant is that we were on an airplane and on a bus for like 8 hours there and back. But I had the good fortune sitting next to Bob Allen. I can see barely through the bright lights right there. Yeah, he's the dean of the business school here at UVU. And after 6 hours of talking, Bob became our first believer. And it was because Bob believed that we were able to go up to Utah State and convince Chris Corcoran and Chad Mono to believe. And then because Bob and Chad and Chris believed, we got Aaron Davis down at Utah Tech to believe. Every dream needs a first believer. Every startup needs a first believer. And by definition, first believers believe when no one else does, right? They're not following the crowd. They aren't believing when it's obvious. They're not believing when it's the consensus, right? First believers believe first, right? Every startup you saw on the stage today needs a first believer, okay? I'm so grateful to those in the community that have been believers of Sandbox companies, first believers, right? I think of Randall Lloyd from Grix, who was the first believer in Mindsmith from SB02. Since demo day, they've increased their ARR by 61x because Randall believed, right? Now they're raising their seed. Randall loved that investment so much that he's made 2 other investments in Sandbox companies, right? I'm grateful for Scott and Corey at Philo, who have launched a Sandbox fund. It is the epitome of first belief, right? They've invested in 4 companies, including 2 that you saw pitched today. I'm grateful that Tyler Hogue, who's somewhere out there, finally believed enough to write a check too. And because he believed and recommended Permitify to a potential lead, that person wrote a check 10x bigger than his. I was at lunch just yesterday with Trent Mono from Convoy, who said that he's written a check into every single cohort of Sandbox, at least one company, and he plans to keep doing that indefinitely. He's a first believer. If we want the world to be different, we need first believers, right? People that have courage to do it. So thank you for coming. I invite you to go out there, meet these startups, and believe in them. Don't underestimate them. I'll see you all next year.